Hello students, my name is Professor Supriya Kulkarni. Today we are going to learn the OSI model and TCP/IP reference model in computer network. Now, firstly we will see the outline of our today's lecture. Firstly we will see introduction of OSI, next OSI history, OSI layers, introduction of TCP/IP, TCP/IP layers and layering considered harmful. Firstly, we will discuss about introduction of OSI. The OSI, that means Open System Interconnection Reference Model, that is called OSI reference model or ISO reference model. It is a description for the layered communication and the computer network protocol and transmission design. It divides data movements into 7 layers, which from top to bottom are the application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link and physical layer. It is therefore often referred to as a OSI 7 layer model. Therefore, it is called as OSI 7 layer model. Now we will discuss about the history of OSI model. In 1978, the International Standard Organization, that means ISO, began to develop its OSI framework architecture. The concept of 7-layer model was provided by the work of Charles Bachman, then of Honeywell. Various aspects of OSI design evolved from the experiences with the Advanced Research Project Agency Network, that means ARPANET, and the flooding internet. Now we will see the layers of OSI model. First layer is physical layer, second is data link layer, third layer is network layer, fourth layer is transport layer, fifth layer is session layer, sixth layer is presentation layer, and last and seventh layer is application layer. Now we will discuss about the functions of each layer. First 3 layers, physical layer, data link layer and network layer, it is called as media layers, and transport, session, presentation and application layer, this is called as host layers. Now we will discuss the function of physical layer. Physical layer function is media, signal and binary transmission. Physical layer is used to media, signal, binary and transmission. Now next layer is data link layer. Data link layer is used to physical addressing. This is function of data link layer. Next, third layer is network layer. Network layer's function is path determination and logical addressing. Now we will discuss about host layers. Fourth layer is transport layer. Transport layer function is end-to-end connection and reliability or flow control. Next is session layer. Session layer function is interhost communication. Next layer is presentation layer. Presentation layer function is data representation, encryption and decryption. And last layer is application layer. Application layer function is network process to application. These are 7 layers. We will discuss about each layer. Now first layer is physical layer. The physical layer defines the electrical and physical specification for devices. In particular, it defines the relationship between a devices and a physical medium. These include the layout of pin, voltage, cable specification, hub, repeater, network adapter, host, bus adapter and more, zeros and ones, that means binary. The major function and services performed by the physical layer are establishment and termination of a connection to a communication medium and signal being sent and received, zeros and ones. Now we will discuss about the second layer, that is data link layer. The data link layer provides the functional and procedural means to transfer data between network entities and to detect and possibly correct error that may occur in the physical layer. Next, MAC address is used at this layer. That means MAC address is used in the data link layer. Next, switches functions at this layer. It switches the functions. Now we will discuss about network layer. The network layer provide the functional and procedural means of transferring data from source to a destination via one or more network. That means network layer transfers the data from source to destination. The network layer performs network routing functions. Router operate at this layer, sending data throughout the extended network and making the internet possible. Now our next layer is transport layer. The transport layer provide transparent transfer of a data between end users, providing reliable data transfer services to the upper layers. The transport layer controls the reliability of the given link through the flow control or segmentation or desegmentation and error control. Our next layer is session layer. The session layer controls the dialogues, that means connection between computers. It establishes, manages and terminates the connections between the local and remote applications. That means the work of session layer is that is interconnection between two computers or computers. Next layer is our sixth layer is presentation layer. The presentation layer establishes a context between application layer entities in which the higher layer entity can be used different syntax and semantics as long as the presentation services understands both and mapping between them. This layer provide independence from differences in the data representation. The example is encryption by translating from the application to the network format and the vice versa. This layer formats and encrypts the data to be sent across a network, providing freedom from compatibility problem. It is sometimes called as a syntax layer. That means presentation layer is sometimes called as a syntax layer. Now our next layer is application layer. The application layer is the OSI layer closest to the end user, which means that both the OSI application layer and the user interact directly with the software application. Now, due to this error, user and software application are directly interacts. Application layer function typically include identifying communication partner, determining resources availability, and some example of application layers are hypertext transfer protocol, which we use frequently, HTTP. Next, file transfer protocol, that means FTP, and simple mail transfer protocol, that means SMTP. These three applications are used in a application layer. This is a topmost layer of OSI model. Now we will discuss about the TCP/IP reference model. The Internet Protocol Suite, commonly known as TCP/IP model. It is a base set of communication protocol used for the Internet and other similar networks. This is used for Internet and other networks. It is named from two of the most important protocol in it: the Transmission Control Protocol, that means TCP, and the Internet Protocol, that means IP, which were the first two networking protocol defined in this standard. Now we will discuss about the layers of TCP/IP model. There are 4 layers of TCP/IP model. In OSI we will discuss about 7 layers, but in TCP/IP model there are 4 layers. First layer is link layer, second layer is internet layer, third layer is transport layer, and fifth layer is application layer, in which include telnet, FTP, SMTP, POP3, SNMP, NNTP, DNS, NIS, NFS, and HTTP. In transport layer we can see TCP and UDP. In internet layer we will see IP, ICMP, ARP, RARP, and in link layer we will discuss FDDI, Ethernet, ISDN, and X25. Here is some protocols of TCP/IP. In first layer, in link layer, ARP, RARP, OSPF, that means IPv4 or IPv6, IS, and NDP. this protocol are used in data link layer. Next is internet layer. OSPF and IPv4 was initially considered IP layer protocol since it runs per IP subnet, but has been replaced on a link since RFC 2740. And in this layer we can use IP protocol, that means IPv4 and or as well as IPv6, ICMP, IGMP and IGMP v6. In transport layer we can use TCP/IP, UDP, DCCP, SCTP, IL, RUDP, RSVP. And last layer of TCP/IP model, that means application layer, we can use DNS, TF, TP, TLS or SSL, FTP, HTTP, like this, etc. Routing protocol like BGP and RIP, which run over TCP or UDP, may also be considered the part of the internet layer. These are the 4 layers and these are the protocols of these layers. Okay, thank you students for watching my video.